Hey kids, comics! Silverhaired Bronze Age Babe here, yakking about our comic book collection, and today a very special episode featuring this issue of Girls Love Stories. This is number 173, and it's from 1973, and it's a story by, wait for it, Robert Kanigher. Yay! This is actually, I got this a few years ago when the Harvey Weinstein stuff was starting out. I had seen somebody made a meme of it on the interwebs. I'm like, oh my God, I have got to get this book. Secret Diary of a Hollywood Starlet. She'll find out that I did. That's not the road to stardom. So I've just, everything about it is so gross. And yet I love it. And by the way, just look at the splash page. I mean, you say one thing about love, romance comics, but in the early 70s, sometimes the art was really good. And whatever this page, whoever did this, maybe someone smarter than me knows who it is. But I mean, it's very cool. And it's very 1973, so. Anyway, the story about our young starlet starts off at a little theater in Los Angeles, and our heroine is this person. And her boyfriend is backstage before her cue to go on happens, and they're just having a very private moment. How the stage manager lets him in to, do all that is kind of amazing. But she's with it. Anyway, she is shoved on stage for her cue, and she just is wearing this cutesy outfit, and she gets a big laugh because the stars of the show, the line is like, oh yeah, she looks like a pincushion or something. And she's irked by the fact that, you know what, I want to win a Tony, I want to win an Oscar, I want to win a Grammy, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it because of this kind of role. But she goes back home, or actually she's backstage, and this is my all-time favorite part. So I don't care about the curtain call. The audience is more interested in plotting anyone. They just want to do the stars. I might as well be invisible. But do you see her underwear? It says Tuesday. And earlier in the story, she's like, it's 3 a.m. on Monday. No, wait, Tuesday. It's like, really? I mean, I don't get it. So anyway, she leaves the stage door, and the kissing boyfriend, Tony, is there waiting and pretending that she's a star of the show. And so the fans fall for it, and she and Tony go to a club where they encounter a very sad and morose fellow, that guy right there, who turns out to be a very famous TV star who has fallen on hard times. Tony beats him up because he thinks he's making a play for his girlfriend. The girlfriend is like, no, that just doesn't seem right. So she gets the fated star to his home, which is a seedy hotel. Used to be a big deal, but now it's just, for people who have fallen. They're the D-listers, basically. And so, but she's like, gosh, I really like him. She goes home, and rather than a stage mother, she has a stage sister who kind of berates her for, like, why are you out late at night? You have to, look your best. And by the way, you've got an audition, so get going. So she goes to the audition, and here's where you get the cover scene. She's auditioning and has to, put that little outfit on. And she auditions, and his name is Mr. Morley, and he's like, call me back. And he does a Harvey Weinstein and is just mauling her in front of people. She basically gets to slap him and get away from him. And if only in real life were it, number one, that simple to do, and number two, so didn't have a impact on her emotional and mental state, much less her career. But maybe it does, we don't know, because she ends up, her job, she goes back to the play. Oops, sorry about that. And she finds out that an indie producer was at that show and wants to see her for a movie he's casting, and he's also thinking about casting the D-list guy. And so now she's like, oh my God, wow, we could be in the same film. And therein starts, apparently, a recurring storyline of Nora Woods, young starlet. I don't know if I'm going to continue to check out Nora Wood's young starlet stories. I think I've had enough with this one, but I'm super glad it's in the collection. Well, thanks so much for stopping by. I'll see you next time.